You know, when it is Akshaya Tritiya, it's time to go and buy some gold. And when it is Ganesh Chaturthi, you know what to do. But did you know that the word Tritiya and Chaturthi are closely connected to the moon cycles? Come, let's find out the secret of the moon cycles. Namaskaram. Welcome to this episode of Know Your Culture. Akshaya Tritiya, Ganesh Chaturthi, Nag Panchami, Gokulashtami, Ekadasi. These are words you're constantly familiar with, right? At least the Akshaya Tritiya, we all know because the jewelers have been advertising it every year and we run to the shops to buy gold on that particular day. But what do these words, the suffixes Tritiya, Chaturthi, what do they mean? And why do these festivals always fall on different days every year? So much care has been taken to design very intricate aspect of our culture. Once we start going a little deeper into why this has been crafted in such a way, it is amazing to find that it has all been designed for our well-being and to live in a very enhanced way. Our traditional calendar is a lunisolar calendar. That means the calendar is based on the sun cycle and the moon cycle. The sun cycle of 24 hours in a day, and also there is a yearly cycle where there is a 6-month cycle of Uttarayan, which starts from the Jan 14th till the July 15th, and the Dakshinayan or the southern run, which starts from the 16th of July till the Jan 13th. The 24-hour division of a day is based on the sun cycle, and the division of the month is based on the moon cycle. And that's what the lunisolar calendar is based upon. The cycle from one new moon to another new moon is termed as 1 month in this calendar. The full moon marks the midpoint. The waxing phase or the growing of the moon from new moon to Paurnami is called as Sukla Paksha, Sukla meaning white. And the waning phase of the moon from Paurnami to Amavasya or new moon is called as Krishna Paksha, Krishna meaning black. Each day is given a particular name, from Amavasya to Paurnami and Paurnami to Amavasya, and these are not special names, it's just the numbers in Sanskrit language, which is Prathama, Dutiya, Tritiya, Chaturthi, Panchami, Shashti, Saptami, Ashtami, Navami, Dasami, Ekadasi, Dwadasi, Trayodasi, Chaturdasi, and the 15th day. The 15th day could be an Amavasya or a Paurnami depending upon the Sukla Paksha or the Krishna Paksha. One lunar day is called as a Tithi. Each Tithi or lunar day has a specific deity assigned to that particular day, and there are special rituals, there is a specific mantra and a puja to be performed on each day of the lunar month. This used to be a tradition amongst Devi Upasakas that they do these Nitya Pujas. These days it's almost becoming extinct only amongst the Devi Upasakas these are being followed. The word lunatic comes from the root word lunaticus, which means off the moon or moonstruck. There is sufficient research findings which state that some people experience restlessness and sleeplessness during full moon times, leading to erratic behaviors and tiredness. Crime rates in prisons or in certain cities like New York have also been found to increase exponentially during full moon and new moon times. At the same time, full moon has also been a time of celebration in this culture. The holy time of the month, the Guru Purnima, Gautama Buddha's enlightenment day, and even the passing day has been full moon. Many spiritual traditions use Paurnami and Amavasya for their intense sadhanas or specific sadhanas they have during this time of the month. So it depends on how organized your energies are. Accordingly, the influence of the moon can be utilized either for your inner growth, or if you're unaware of it, then it causes all these erratic behaviors and in turn a damage to the system. The influence of the moon cycle on a woman's body is well known and well established medically today. So something which is as deep as the source of life on this planet and also influencing the behavior, the human behavior on this planet. How can we not be aware of it? We have moved so much away from being aware of the influences of these things that we don't know the source of suffering anymore. So how to make use of the sun and the moon cycles for our inner growth? As there is a sun and moon in the outside world, there is also a sun and moon in the human system. In yoga, the right side is the masculine aspect or the sun aspect, and the left is the feminine aspect or the moon aspect. Using this, the whole system of hatha yoga was developed. Ha meaning the sun and tha meaning the moon. This is found even in other cultures like the yin and yang or any other names that they call in other parts of the world. A whole system has been developed to become aware of the movements of the sun and the moon and to make our inner sun and moon be in sync with it. Yogic practices and meditation or rituals that can be performed to become in sync with sun and moon cycles were prescribed in this culture. It is said that in the ancient days, people used to take a break 4 days before Amavasya or Paurnami. So starting from the 11th day, which is the Ekadasi, they fasted on that particular day to prepare the system for the 15th day, which will be an Amavasya or a Paurnami. Today, after extensive research, scientists are saying that fasting helps in curing cancer or even preventing cancer and many other benefits they are ascribing to fasting and intermittent fasting. But in this culture, we always fasted twice every month during the Ekadasis, which come before the Paurnami and before the Amavasya. The 11th day of the lunar cycle was always fixed as the fasting day. The 13th day is called Trayodashi, is the day when Pradosham is observed. Pradosham is performed in most of the Shiva temples, and the 14th day, if it is before Amavasya, it's the Shivaratri. Specific sadhana are prescribed to be done on that night, and similarly for Paurnami as well, the 11th day starts off with Ekadasi fasting and culminates in Paurnami. Specifically, Paurnami is prescribed as being very supportive for women and Amavasya being very supportive for men. So what can one do to get oneself aligned to the solar and lunar cycles? As I mentioned earlier, one thing is to do some yogic practice like Surya Namaskar or Pranayam so that your inner sun and moon gets aligned with the outside sun and moon. There are apps which one can make use of, which shows the lunar calendar along with the Gregorian calendar, which is the English calendar. I make use of an app to look at what Tithi or what lunar cycle today is, and then sit with my eyes closed and see how my system behaves. And definitely there is a distinct difference between how my system behaves during the Amavasya and during Paurnami and even during other days. They say that once you become perfectly in tune with the sun and the moon cycles, then just by closing your eyes, you will know what day of the lunar cycle today is. All the psychosomatic ailments like anxiety, depression, tension, these things can be very easily cured just by getting in tune with the sun and the moon cycles. Apart from this, it can enhance our overall understanding and comprehension in a very big way. I hope the information has been useful and helpful to you. Till we meet next time, take care. Namaskar.